Hello, it's Etharal here, and today we are back with our Stellaris game where we have been playing as the Atlanteans in StarGate. I've moved time ahead quite a little bit, well actually not quite a bit, just a little bit we'll say. So we've done a little stuff which I will get into. First of all, I have dug into the policies and edicts, and I suspect there is some stuff that they've decided to add in this mod because it costs 0 influence, which is increased storage capacity, so you can have a lot more storage. Very, very useful for the later game sort of stuff. Core systems plus 100. That one basically means that we're going to be able to control all of our planets, which is a really nice thing. And ancient research. Now this one, that does cost 2.7, but it is a plus 30% research speed. So very, very good thing. So this one can easily achieve breakthroughs by working together, which is what we're doing. And we've also as well, because it is relatively cheap, less than 1, information quarantine. So governing ethics attraction. So hopefully that should help to reduce our factions, as well. We've already got 2 factions, and, I'm kind of, Atlantis has got 6 population for Xeno Compassion Center. So they're wanting one of those. Can we actually, is that something that we can build or something? I don't know. I'm guessing so. But anyway, what's this? That is a new building that we have got, which helps us to produce extra unity. Very good one to get, and definitely one that I will be looking at grabbing sooner rather than later. So let's set that up there. And I want to set up to start building up my fleet a little bit, because the Jafar here, as you can see, we are equivalent to them, but their fleet power is superior. So that could potentially become an issue. Thankfully, though, we've got a lot of planets that, we can actually grab. And also, as well, we do have here, our colony ship is heading over to go and colonize 3. So you will colonize there. Actually, no, you will go and colonize something a little bit more central so we can get bonuses all around it. Yep, so you will colonize Prime. And that's literally all it will be known as. One thing that I believe Kamikaze, however you pronounce your name, did want me to have a bit of a look at, which is the colony, well, it's the models of the ship. So this one is literally, they build and send a city and just plop a city straight down on the planet. Interesting choice to do for the models. Very, very appropriate for Atlantis though, so I'm happy with that. Let's have a jump over though while we're doing all this, and let's have a look at the construction ship. So the construction ship basically looks kind of like a sort of a wider jumper. So nothing too major there. And let's just have a quick check here. So what could we do with popping up? Let's new enter orbit around there. Now in terms of the strike force as well, I have actually gotten the largest ship. So here you can see that we have got this thing. So this is starting to look a little bit more like an actual fleet. So we've got these things which are sort of like your military style jumpers, not really very great ships. And then you've got this, which is an actual proper, if you like, sort of an actual ship. Now that, weirdly though, military power is actually weaker than the corvettes at present, so I'm not too sure about that one. I'll have to have a look into that, but it's more of a fact that I wanted to, to put it up so that, we can see what the models do look like. And also as well, since we're here, we might as well have a look at the space station one. So what's this? New contact with sacred... New people... And so this here is the space station. It is just a sort of thing in space. And that's a bit of a shame. City in space. I'm sure that we do see an Atlantean starbase at some point in the StarGate Atlantis series. Would have been nice if they could have included that. This one though, very, very nice that it's an actual Stargate, the wormhole. So that, that is an actual Atlantean Stargate. So brilliant. Nice touch that they've added that on. And you can sort of very much get behind the idea that, they could maybe be building these massive Stargates to be able to jump between planets. And what should we have here? So growth speed, clear tire blockers. Let's get growth speed, actually. We want to get our people growing as fast as possible, given that we are on food stored 1, and so we need more food for our empire. Which is, less than ideal. Right, you swap over there, because that's quite a good one. Build that. Clear that. Incoming. So what's this? The galaxy presents threats where we suggest entering a non-aggression pact. Yes, I will agree to that. And who is that? That is the sacred Rylo. So we will start to build trust with them. The same authority. They think that we're materialist fools. Fine. But there's enough diplomacy. You know, they're going to like us. So I think we might be able to eventually build up enough trust for these guys for a federation. So that's what we're going to need to save for next. The federation, and form that with them and try and, you know, get it so that our people are as, you know, peaceful as possible, really. Peaceful expansion, that's what we're wanting to do. And we are getting another planet there. And also as well, we've got other planets there. One thing I will mention as well with the Unity actually is that I have picked up dynamic ecomorphism, so plus 10% habitability, which is always really, really nice to have. I think, at least. I'm guessing it's really nice to have. It would seem to be really nice to have, at least. And where is the science ship going? The science ship's kind of dotting all over the place. This fleet here, I want you guys to jump over there. I want to kind of see what is, you know, the subspace anomaly 249. We could take that. Research that. Yeah, that's fine. So you're doing that. You're there. Right. So this thing is just a kind of weird energy ball that's kind of just floating there. You know what? We're going to go and take it out. We're going to go and see how the Atlantean ships do in a fight. Brilliant. Right, so these ships are sort of kind of quite slow moving, so let's speed this up to get them into combat. And then there we go. Now we are in combat. I like the sort of the hexagon design around it. I think that is actually pretty close to what it would have looked like in the sort of in the actual TV series. It does definitely work. And so this thing, diamond in the rough, gain new scientist leader, against the promising crew modifier, plus 20% anomaly research speed. I'm going to go for the anomaly research speed actually. And so, are you managing to get past this thing's shields? No, you're not. So let's just speed up. See if you can actually take this thing down. Probably not, because I suspect that... oh wait, no, actually, we do have shields as well. We are starting to lose our shields on our ships, but we are still managing to hold our own, and once we've gotten those down, we should then be able to start taking and destroy this subspace anomaly. There we go. So let's see how much health it does have. Right. We're going to lose at least one corvette. That's not the end of the world, though. We can handle losing a corvette. It does put down our damage, but you know what? We can deal with that. And hopefully we should. I mean, one of our corvette, the Gemini, is starting to lose its shield. Oh, wait, the Gladius has lost its shields completely. Anomaly was defeated, so one probe recovered. Not quite sure what these probes are for, but okay. Does that just surveyed the whole system as well? Fair enough. You pop back to Atlantis. And then I think Atlantis wants to build another Seeker class. So Seeker class frigate. Right. Then improve my money. Definitely. And then you need to jump over to there in terms of food. We're going to need more food, I think. Right. And then how are you doing in terms of getting everything set up? Well, you're not doing terrible. Not doing amazing, but, you know, could be doing worse. So I suppose that's kind of on balance, not terrible. Right. And I think we need to look at going into this place at some point. So this here is a primitive civilization, Bronze Age. We could inhabit that world, so that's, you know, that's perfectly fine. This one, though, we could inhabit.
Survey complete.
And we could inhabit it at 70, so, you know, reasonably well, as actually. So, yeah, might be worth looking at building up another colony ship. And, oh, there we go. There is our ships built back up. The spaceport is building a frigate, and I'm thinking a corvette. I think a corvette might be a good one to go with. Right, let's just speed this back up again. So, you know, we can have sort of a decent number of ships, I think, in this one, and really start to get it so that it's in a nice place. What's that? Oh, Corvette Assembly Yard. Yes, a Corvette Assembly Yard. A Corvette Assembly Yard, even, is going to be something we're going to need to look at picking up at some point. Better farms, unlocks the form subsidiaries. Farm subsidiaries. That's, yeah, could potentially be a good one. We're okay for food at the minute, but, you know, still always handy to have there just in case. Right. And what's that? It's leveled up and gained the trait Warlike. Not sure how we feel about that, but you know what? Carry on as you are wont to do. Right. Election overview. I'm not too sure. What's this? Ooh. You are part of the Xeno Compassion. Reformists. So we support the Tech Association Technologist faction. Science Without Borders, signing a research treaty with at least 3 other empires, and bleeding edge of technology. What's this? So, Xenophile, due to current attraction, we expect around of our population to embrace this ethic, and then the rest are materialists. So, materialists and Xenophiles kind of makes sense for them, you know, for the Atlanteans with how technologically focused they are. You. Formative. Have we not got that? No, we don't. Acceptance -3. So, they are going up in terms of trust. What's this? Take control, scrap it for materials. Yeah, definitely take control. Always worth taking control of a station. Let's see. So, I've had a look through most of the models. One thing I will mention, though, actually, on terms of surface, they haven't actually added anything to this, which is a bit of a shame. You know, I do like when, you know, they do a little bit of effort to put in, you know, some new buildings. I've not got a massive problem with it, but it is still nice. What's this? Improve deflectors or blue lasers? We're going to go for the blue lasers, I think, actually. Going to improve our damage output a little bit. Yeah, so, some ones that I have seen build, like, one of the Warhammer Total conversions, which does a brilliant job of building, like, hive cities that you can build on planets and things like that, which you can't on this one, which is, you know, it would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not sort of the end of the world that they haven't done it. You know, it's kind of one of those things of, it would be nice, but, you know, if they haven't done it, they haven't done it. It's perfectly fine, really. So for this one, I think we're gonna grab 3. No, actually, let's grab all of them. Well, we can't grab all of them, but we can grab, you know, most of them, so that's fine. And the problem is trying to find somewhere that we can actually sort of colonize out to, really. See, I'd like to colonize that one. But that one, I suspect. Terraform, we don't have that. Habitability must be at least 40%, and it's 10% on that planet. On an ammonia world. So we just cannot touch that planet, so fair enough. And we definitely need to get... Right, so they have popped down, by the looks of it, a frontier outpost there. We're going to need to definitely now have to colonize that one. That's going to have to be our next target to colonize. Oh, what's this? Incoming transmission. Star charts. They will give us minerals and star charts. We will agree to that. Yes. And then plus 64 defensive pact, -2. So, you know, Federation builders. So they are actually looking to join with us. Offer a trade deal. Wormhole station access. What about information in terms of sensor link? We would give you what do you reckon? Information for active sensor link? Let's get rid of the wormhole access. We will give you active sensor links for 3 years, and you know, you can have it from us as well. We'll offer a trade agreement and a trade agreement. So gives them, yep.
Research complete.
Brilliant. And that's allowed us to get that as well, apparently. Great one. Right, so what do we want to do? I think we kind of, 84 months, 60 months, 30 months, 84 months. So I'm going to go for the powered exoskeletons, just boost up our guys a little bit there. And apparently we are losing food. That is a big problem. So Atlantis, surface, how are you doing? Right, you need to get building a better hydroponics farm there without a doubt. We're going to need more food for our people. How is this planet doing? Right, so we've kind of just been ignoring these planets. Right, basic hydroponics farm, yes. Build basic power plant, yes. That one I suspect could probably be Baratheon, but you know, we don't have the resources to be able to do that. Right, so I need to definitely get some minerals back together and then go around and actually sort out my planet. Or at least I would like to. Never mind, that one there. Is that an actual... Yeah, that's an actual colony. Great. So that's a problem. So yeah, they're going to force us back there. We may have to go to war with the Jafar Free Nation. Eventually. Hopefully not yet, but it may be something that sort of is on the cards, if you like. Which is a problem. Right. Once you've done that, I want you to build me a wormhole station there. So you're going to build me a wormhole station there and allow me to go a little bit further into this.
Research complete.
And
Construction
in terms of sort of wormhole stations, I mean, we could probably pop one there and then get rid of that one. What's that? Better farms, definitely. Border range. Yes, we're going to need to go for the border range. We need to try and push this planet back because they're going to start to push into our lands and potentially take Atraxia, which is a really, really nice planet, and that's certainly not something that we want to do. Election.
Complete.
Right. So, who is it that's currently... faction support. So they're all at about 15%. So who do we want, actually? Minerals and happiness. Food and... No. Monthly influence and edict cost. No and no. No. And that one would be used for colony influence cost. Certainly would be. This person. Food. Fortifier and weapons. Not good. Minerals and happiness. See, I'm thinking that off-world miner. Right, supported 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4. There we go. So you've got now 51% of the vote share. We will support this person. Not sure how well that'll work, but we'll give it a go.
Situation log updated.
Costs us a lot of influence to do as well. Thankfully, we have a lot of influence, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. How much are we... Okay, we are pretty darn far off actually having that. And how are they doing? They are definitely taking that planet. That's really not good. We needed to try and take Eru sooner rather than later, but we didn't. Right, pop them up, upgrade. So, that should now support a lot more food in our place, which is good. That's definitely what we need, and so we need to then also we need to get more planets. Basically, we need to get more planets so that we can push them back. So what are we at? Minus 30 because of border friction. You want to talk about border friction? You're bloody forcing our stuff back. We are lacking. You need to move here. You need to get over there. And we need to, before this happens, you need to build a frontier outpost. No other option. We're going to need to build a frontier outpost here to try and stem back that tide. I think that's really the only option. Right. And you are unfortunately going to have to be disbanded, yes. And you are going to have to build a frontier outpost. So go build that frontier outpost quickly because you need to protect them. Protect them until we can get the research, which 27 months is going to take over 2 years before our guys can actually do anything with that. Right. So this, build a hide. No. Actually, no. Cancel that. Yes. We can set somebody's rights. Full citizenship. Yeah. Of course, full citizenship. Right. You need to go to there and then build me basic hydroponics farm. There we go. Right. And you are building that, so hopefully 13, 14, 15. So it's going to take quite a fair while, but hopefully by the end of it, that should be okay. And we'll see what actually is, well, a frontier outpost, whether the frontier outpost space stations look any different. Let's actually have a look. What are these? So yeah, they are literally just, all their stations are cities in space. So I suspect it's probably going to be the same. Now, I could kind of understand it with it being, you know, an actual frontier outpost. I imagine it's somewhere where a lot of people live. Not so sure on things, some of the other ones. I think it could maybe be done a little bit better. Okay, Baratheon power plant. Yeah. So I think, yeah, like for frontier outpost, having a city makes sense, but I'd maybe say do it a little bit differently for just your general mining stations, I suppose. it does kind of, you know, depend on how much time you have and things like that. And I mean, it might be something that they look at doing later on. Better colony ships and build costs and things like that. Definitely. Traditions available. We have enough unity to adopt a new tradition. Brilliant. And we definitely want to unlock diplomacy, form federation. Yes, that is certainly what we want to do. Form a federation. So we are going to go to these guys here. And can we form a federation? Nope. Why? Base 50 war philosophy allows wars of aggression. Is that for us? Yes, that is. Right. So, form a defensive pact. This will increase their trust by us by 1.37. Right, so we'll start with that, and we will also offer a mitigation treaty. So that will enter into a mitigation treaty. Our populations will be able to freely move between the empires. Yes. So it's safe to say that we are going to be building up an awful lot of trust with them. Now, we could form a federation if war philosophy, we change our war philosophy, which is exactly, I am willing to do that. So war philosophy, unrestricted war, liberation wars. We must further our own interests, even if they are contrary to the interests of others. Wars of aggression are allowed, but conquest war goals may only be used against previously owned planets. That should be fine, yes. Right. There we go. We can invite them to the Federation. So, invite them to a Federation, increase their trust by 1.3 each month, and will cost us 0 influence each month. Brilliant.
Federation formed.
So, which is this? This is the Galactic Pact. Brilliant. So, they have an awful lot more ships and armies than we do. So we need to up our ships, basically. Is what I'm getting from that. Fair enough. Ooh. Design was automatically generated, but will not update. Style Corvette. Tempting. No. Federation class frigate. Let's go for a Federation class frigate. Normal frigate. And then 2 corvettes. So we're going to build up our fleet quite a fair bit there and hopefully increase its strength. Right, so that should help to hold that back and has managed to grab us that planet there. Not brilliant, but not terrible. The important thing as well is that we do now have a Federation. So, in terms of victory, Federation, what are we at? We own control between our two, 8 of 294 that we would need for a Federation victory. Right, so that's probably not going to go too well, but not terrible. So, they are now inferior in terms of technology, and their fleet power is equivalent. So, they consider us our rivals. So yeah, they are probably going to end up declaring war on us at some point. Luckily, we could declare war on them. We just can't cede planets. But we could liberate planets, which is a good thing, really. So, I'm going to leave it there for today, with the situation for the Ancients in a reasonably solid place now, I think. If you do obviously want to see how this goes, do be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I've been Etharal here for eGen, and I shall see you next time.